That's a dumb joke, bro. Now I can barely hear the sound. Like, this is ridiculous. Can I turn up my headset volume on this? Like, on the thing. Can I turn it up? No, I can't. Oh my god, bro. This is bull. That is so dumb. Like, what the heck? Alright, we got Stolars going. And we just gotta switch that to Andre Vasilevsky. Alright. The Leafs looking to advance to the Stanley Cup playoffs if they win this. Oh, let's go. Welcome to Scotiabank Arena! Game 4 of this Battle of the Atlantic about to be underway. Here we go, Brady Point and Austin Matthews on the opening faceoff. And the Leafs with the early draw, and we're underway in Game 4. As the Lightning look to push early, here they come, 4 of them already into the neutral zone. Hedman will get it. Here's a shot, and the first stop goes to Anthony Stolars. Braden Point and Austin Matthews, won by Matthews. Carlo, Matthews again. He'll try to dump it in, but that's blocked, and here comes Jake Gensel. Gensel's in, pass across, Stolars a big stop. Off Braden Point. Here's Hedman, stop rebound, and Stolars will hang on to that. Been a big hit here by Morgan Riley after that pass from point to the point. Cirelli and Nylander, won by Nylander. Matthew Nyes, nice spin move, can't get around Atkinson. Good check there. Max Domi is coming in. Oh, goal! What a stop twice by Vasilevsky, almost an own goal by their own guy. And here's Atkinson. Cirelli kicked out by Stolars. Around the boards. Riley now to Domi. To Nyes. Nyes on the spin. Nylander did not see him coming. What a hit there. Nylander. And here's Nyes, and that shot stopped by Vasilevsky. Eric Chernak will send it. Nylander, great stop, Vasilevsky. That's a big one for the Tampa goaltender. Atkinson centering it. Here's a shot, and good stop there off Brandon Hagel. Here's McDonough on net, stop there by Stolars, runs into the netminder. Hagel now behind the net. Here's Paul with it, centering that, and stopped by Stolars. Already just 7 minutes into this opening period. Here's Ekman Larson, will send it. Pacioretty's in. Max Pacioretty in and misses high. Scott Lawton checked down. Michael Esimone. Nick Paul. Paul will wait it. On goal, shot, stopped by Stolars. Hangs on to that. Glendening and McMahon, won by Glendening. That centering pass just wide. Mitchell Chafee. McDonough. Mitchell Chafee shooting, blocked by Steven Lorentz. Radish blocked again. That time McMahon, I think, got that. McMahon stick tied up with Chafee. Yanni Hakanpää. Lawrence. Here's Bobby McMahon centering that. Almost broken up. McCabe. Reeves on net. Stopped by Vasilevsky. Ryan McDonough sending Mitchell Chafee again. Here he is, and Stolarz the stop. Reeves, Matthews around the net with it. And getting a nice move, and can't get around him as J.J. Moser was there. Carlo Marner on it. Will center it. Matthews shoots and stopped by Vasilevsky. And that one misses Nikita Kucherov. And icing on Toronto. Under 5.5 to go in the opening period. Carlo, Riley, Tavares will send it in. Marner. Nice skating speed there by Mitchell Marner. Tavares, glove stop by Vasilevsky, hangs on. Well, Tampa's doing a great job on their defense here in Game 4, keeping the leads to the outside to make sure they cannot get a breakthrough. And here's Michael Esimone. And that's around. Here's Connor Sherry. And sending it to the net. Tipped by Chernak. Stopped there by Stolarz. And that will be offside on the Lightning. 3:07 now to go in the first. Hits are already 11-6 in favor of the Bolts. And getting it over, Ekman Larson centering it. Here's Lofton. It'll go and a stop by Vasilevsky. Tanev shot, stop there. Nick Paul gathers it behind his own net. Here comes Michael Esimone, centering it across, and Stolarz with the stop on Connor Sherry. As Tampa getting multiple chances to get on the board, it's not happening. Cirelli off the face-off, will get it. Hedman, a hard shot, scores! Tipped in front by Anthony Cirelli, and Tampa Bay strikes first in Game 4. Well, this is going to be with 2 minutes left in the period. This one, here's Hedman and a bit of a screen here from Nyes. He does not get a piece of it. Maybe he did. You can see his reaction, but I don't think so. The pass at the point, Hedman shot, tipped in. Anthony Cirelli has the Bolts on the board first here in Game 4. Cam Atkinson will send it around. Matthew Nyes to Nylander. He'll shoot, and Vasilevsky the save. That was a bit dangerous there for Vasilevsky. In front, and Cirelli takes that one away. And getting in, here's a centering pass. Chernak stopped by Stolarz. The last shot before the horn sounds. And after the first period, 1-0 Lightning on the goal by Anthony Cirelli. And the shots after that first period, 13 for Tampa Bay, 11 for Toronto. Hits are 13-9 in favor of Tampa Bay. Time on attack, 2 minutes and 51 seconds for Toronto and 2:48 for Tampa Bay. Passing percentages, 78.4 for Tampa Bay, 71.4 for the Leafs. And face-off wins are equal at 5. And no penalties. Thank you, OV, for that, as now the second period begins. Leafs looking to try to get something back at Tampa. And that will be sent in. Nikita Kucherov. That centering pass. What a pass there to Gensel. Pass in front, scores! Nikita Kucherov on a speed and one-timer shot down the slot. And the Lightning, 50 seconds into the second, double their lead. Yeah, Kucherov comes flying down the slot and like no one is there. Like no one covers Kucherov at all, and Stolarz, by his reaction, as you can tell, cannot believe that he didn't stop that one. Well, that's what gets you to get beat by a speed slapper. Yep, indeed it is. That shot around the boards. Morgan Riley. Nikita Kucherov. Now it's Hedman. Chernak. Gensel. Here's a one. Here's a shot. Stop there. It was actually blocked there by Brandon Carlo. With the Leafs in. And a shot. Fanned on. Good work on the back check. Marner trying to feed it in front. Chernak will pick it off. Jake Gensel centering pass. Here's Kucherov centering it, shooting, and a stop there. Ryan McDonough with a good look. And Nylander will come in. Backhand shot. Oh, good look there. Nylander's a good save for Andrei Vasilevsky. Tanev scores on the tip. John Tavares. Just 4 minutes after Tampa took a 2-0 lead. A redirect there makes it a lead cut in half. Well, a nice play by Tavares to get to the front of the net, and that's one of his abilities, to get to the front of the net and be able to tip that. And he does just that. Here's Tanev around Cam Atkinson. Here's Cirelli on the break. He's in a goal. And stopped by Stolarz. And here's Matthew Knies as he sends it in. Darren Radish. Atkinson spins in his own end. Hagel. Radish again. Anthony Cirelli. Radish, shot, stopped there by Stolarz. And now it's caught here. Sending it. Radish shoots it. Stopped by Stolarz. Kind of had a bad angle to shoot that. We'll take a look at that big hit there. Max Domi on Cam Atkinson. That is a big hit there. Right to the back, and he doesn't even see him coming. Lofton and Nick Paul. Won by Ekman Larsson. Tanev. And here's a shot. Block it away from Camp by Vasilevsky. Nick Perbix. A blast kicked out by Stolarz. Tanev. And here's a pass. Centering it to Esimone. Here's a shot. That was deflected wide. Lofton. And just onside, Yanni Hakanpää. One-timer. Vasilevsky stopped that. Around the boards now, Michael Esimone. Here's a shot stop, and the rebound sits there. And here's Paul. Nick Paul centering it. Chafee just wide. Here's Paul again. Chernak, a blast, and off Stolarz and just wide. And Reeves has got it for the Leafs. Centering pass, McMahon. And a shot tip just wide again. McMahon centering it, Lawrence, stop, and the rebound to Riley just Couldn't react in time there. And Eric Chernak, collected by Paul. Centering pass, Georgensen to the point, Chernak. Glendening. Here's Hedman, a blast. That tipped off something and off the goalpost. Glendening shooting. Pad stop by Stolars. Here's McMahon. Riley. Here's Tavares now on to Marner. Riley, glove stop by Vasilevsky. He hangs on to that. Matthews, here's Carlo. Riley blocked. And here's Nikita Kucherov. Ryan McDonough springing up, braided point. He's in! And a good stop by Stolars again. Here's a shot by Radish, and that's also stopped. Want to go in front. Kucherov on the take. Here's the centering pass, point! Glove stop by Stolars. And Hackabah on the pass from the receiver. Tavares, pass to the point. Shooting over top of the net after a hit, Vasilevsky. Here's Darren Radish. The poke outside the zone and will miss everyone. Nyes. Domi, now Nyes again. Centering it, Domi. The blocker save for Vasilevsky. Tanov, a shot blocked in traffic. McDonough, another break. And this time it's Brandon Hagel. Stopped by Stolars again. Here's another one. Stop again, another one. That one off the outside of the net by Kucherov. It is still 2-1 for the Lightning after 40 minutes.
Well, they've been keeping up good pressure in that period, trying to keep the lead to force a Game 5 in Tampa Bay. And the shots after 40 minutes. After that second period, Tampa leads at 14-10, which goes to a commanding lead of 27 for Tampa, 21 for Toronto. Hits are 34-16 in favor of Tampa. Time on attack, 534 for Tampa, 532 for Toronto. Passing percentages, 85.3% Tampa, 0.7% for Toronto. 10-5 are the face-off wins, and no penalties so far.
Thank you, Ovi, for that. And here we go, the third period. Can Tampa look to send it to Tampa for Game 5? Let's find out. Matthews, Carlo into the corner. Centering it, a shot. That one wide. Caught by Nikita Kucherov. Eric Chernak. That's just onside by Jake Gensel. He'll go around the net, Kucherov. Centering it, that's stopped. Kucherov again. Gensel with this one. Shooting blocked. Kucherov spacing himself away. And here's Gensel. Tipped in front there. I think Chernak got a piece of that. There's Tavares. Now it's Carlo. Faking the shot. And that's in the zone, actually. It was almost offside. Here comes Braden Point. And a good shot stopped there by Stolars. He'll center it. Chernak. Glove stop again by Stolars. Shots now 31-23 Tampa Bay, as they have been throwing the pucks on net a lot.
Well, they're creating scoring chances. They're giving everything they got on net.
Nyes slows down, and Hedman takes it off of him. Anthony Cirelli will get it. Chernak shooting. Pad stop there by Stolars. The puck will head out. Nylander. Domi. Nice, with a move, backhander. Good stop by Vasilevsky, and he hangs on. Cirelli and Nylander. Oliver Ekman-Larsson to the net. Stop there by Vasilevsky. In front, stop, loose block. Nylander again, and Vasilevsky with a great stop there as the Leafs come close to tying it up. And here's Ekman-Larsson. Take out the pass, rebound in the crease. How does that stay out? Nylander, stop again. Oh, how did that stay out? And Michael Esimov comes the other way. Poke check there by the defenseman. That was Ekman-Larsson that got the poke. And now he comes in, puts that on net. Stop there by Vasilevsky. Connor Sheary. Michael Esimov. Nick Paul, stopped by Stolars, hangs on. Face off to the left of Anthony Stolars. Won by the Leafs. Here comes Max Pacioretty. And a good hit there, but Nikita Kucherov is going to come in. Brayden Point's on his side. Point. Nick Perbix will shoot that. That one stopped. Kucherov hangs on to it. Sends it. Point. And no redirection in front of that, so that stopped. Brayden Point shooting. Fanned on it. Chris Tanev centering past Kucherov on the blockage. Centering it, Perbix, and stopped by Stolars. Cirelli and Matthews. Won by Brandon Carlo. Give it to John Tavares. He'll wrap it around. Centering it. One-timer. Good stop by Vasilevsky. And Hedman sends it out. Held at the line. Riley will get it deep. Vasilevsky will hang that to the post. That will count as a shot. Cirelli and Matthews. Riley, great block there. Here's Brandon Hagel now. Centering pass that misses. Cam Atkinson icing on Tampa Bay. Cirelli and Matthews. Won by Riley. Save rebound. And that is caught now by the Leafs. Here's a shot. Another stop by Vasilevsky. That time from Brandon Carlo. Cirelli and Matthews. Getting it. Tip off the post. Oh, what a chance there. Matthews almost had the tying goal. Here's Anthony Cirelli. Waits. He'll go around. He'll send that one wide of the mark. Nikita Kucherov sending it in front on top of Stolars, and he's going to grab that. 4:04 in the third period to go. Tampa looking to send it back to Game 5 in Tampa Bay. And Riley up ice. Tavares. Marner. Sending it. Stop there Collected by Gensel. Here goes a chance. A breakaway for Nikita Kucherov. Pass across. Scores. Brayden Point on the pass across the crease there. And Tampa Bay has a 2-goal lead again.
And they finally figure out Anthony Stolarz on this play. Get in close. It gives not that much room for Stolarz to move to his right that much. And Point is there for the taking.
3:02 left to go. It's not over yet until it's over. Tanev getting it. Matthews, glove save. Vasilevsky hangs on. Here is Radish. One on the draw by Nick Paul. They'll come in. Here's a shot kicked out there by Stolarz to the point and kept in by Perbix. That shot breaks the glass. That did not even look like that hard of a shot.
It didn't seem like that either. Just a simple wrist throw on net, and it just missed.
Paul and Nylander. Won again by the Lightning. Shot stop, rebound, and Asimov fanned on it. Perbix scores, and that's gonna do it pretty much for this one. Nick Perbix makes it 4-1 Lightning.
Well, the Lightning just keep going from deep to point, and that's how they're able to set up chances like this one, as that one on the one-timer goes glove side, on Anthony Stolarz. You can see no one is looking at Perbix.
Well, the Leafs on an unfortunate roll here. Max Domi, he's in. Called play by the goaltender Vasilevsky. And Connor Sheary's going to come in. Here's Perbix around. Sending it, broken up by Nyes. Spinning around in his own end. Getting checked, stays on his feet. And centering it. Here's a pass, and Domi stopped by Vasilevsky. Esimo, centering pass. Perbix again. That's out of his reach. Here's a one-timer blocked off the Moser shot. 10 seconds left. In front, and good save by Stolarz. Nyes is coming up. McCabe and the Tampa Bay Lightning will force Game 5 back in Tampa Bay.
Oh man, what a turn of events here. The Leafs up 2-0 in the series. Tampa comes back with the next 2 games and ties in the series in the qualifying round. And we'll have to wait for Game 5 in Tampa to see who will be going to the playoffs after that.
Brayden Point, technically a game winner here. Nick Perbix made it a 4-1 game on that slapper. There's the 2-0 goal by Kucherov that actually was the game winner. Thanks for watching Ovies NHL. The Leafs against the Lightning, Game 4. We'll see you next time.
Alright, Chad, that's going to do it for the stream. I am extremely tired right now. It is almost 9 o'clock. I will see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.